Say you took off your helmet in space right now. No suit, nothing between you and the vacuum. Movies have told you what happens next. You explode, or you freeze solid in an instant, a statue in the dark, forever. Neither one is true, not even close. Here's what actually happens, and how long you'd really have. The moment that matters most is the one before it. Exhale, hard as you can. Your lungs are full of gas at normal pressure. Outside, there's nothing pushing back. That gas will expand on its own, and if it's trapped, it ruptures the lungs first before anything else even starts. Holding your breath is the fastest way to die out here. So you breathe out, and the vacuum takes the rest of the air from your lungs anyway. Within about a second, the moisture on your tongue and in your eyes starts to boil. Not from heat, from pressure, or the lack of it. Water boils when its vapor pressure beats the pressure pushing down on it. Drop the outside pressure to nearly zero, and body temperature water boils on its own. Doctors call it ebullition, and it kicks in above roughly 19 kilometers, a line called the Armstrong limit. Saliva boils off your tongue, moisture boils under your skin. Gas bubbles form in your blood and tissue, and you swell, maybe to twice your normal size. You do not explode. Skin is stretchy, blood vessels hold. You puff up like a marshmallow, not a balloon that pops. Cold isn't the threat people assume either. Space is an incredible insulator. There's no air to pull heat away from you, so you lose warmth slowly, only through radiation and whatever moisture is evaporating off your skin. You would not freeze solid in seconds. You'd barely feel cold at all before something else got you first. That something else is your blood. Without pressure, oxygen stops transferring efficiently into it. Deoxygenated blood keeps circulating, and it takes time to reach your brain. About 15 seconds. That's your window of useful, working consciousness. The time it takes for oxygen-starved blood to finish its lap and shut your mind down. You could still move, still think, for almost the whole count. Then you're out. Not dead, out. This isn't a guess. In 1966, a NASA engineer named Jim LeBlanc was testing a spacesuit inside a vacuum chamber at the Manned Spacecraft Center when his pressurization hose came loose. The chamber dropped to near vacuum around him. He felt the saliva on his tongue start to boil, and that was the last thing he remembered. He lost consciousness around 14 seconds in. The team behind the glass saw it happen and scrambled to repressurize the chamber. It took about 25 seconds to get him back to safety. Jim LeBlanc woke up. He recovered completely, no lasting injury, no brain damage. He walked away and kept working at NASA for years. That's the real ceiling here. Roughly 90 seconds. If you're repressurized before then, survival is genuinely plausible. Past that, the damage from oxygen starvation becomes permanent, and then fatal. 90 seconds sounds short. In an actual emergency, it can be an eternity. We know that because it's happened for real, and it didn't end well. In 1971, the crew of Soyuz 11 were heading home after 3 weeks aboard the world's first space station. As their capsule separated for re-entry, a valve jolted open early, at 168 kilometers up, in the vacuum of space itself. The cabin's air bled out in about 40 seconds. Cosmonauts Georgy Dobrovolsky, Vladislav Volkov, and Viktor Patsayev had no suits on. Capsules weren't designed for anyone to wear them during re-entry back then. There was nothing between them and the vacuum, and no way to know in time. They're still the only human beings who have died in the vacuum of space. Every spacesuit designed since has been shaped in part by that 40 seconds. So here's the honest version, the one that doesn't need Hollywood to make it frightening. You wouldn't explode. You wouldn't freeze. You'd have your wits about you for almost 15 seconds, and a real chance at survival for closer to 90. What actually kills you is quiet. No fire, no crushing, no violence. Just your own blood running out of oxygen, second by ordinary second, while your body swells, your saliva boils, and the vacuum does absolutely nothing dramatic at all. Jim LeBlanc got his 90 seconds back. 3 men on Soyuz 11 didn't get theirs. Between those two outcomes sits the entire reason spacesuits exist, not to stop you from exploding. There was never any danger of that. They exist to buy you time. 15 seconds of it, 90 seconds of it. However much a fraying hose or a stuck valve leaves on the clock. Next time someone tells you a body pops like a balloon out there, you'll know better. It doesn't pop. It waits. It waits. On a clock you can actually survive if someone on the other side of the glass is fast enough. Thanks for looking up with me tonight. I'll see you in the next one.